I just don't think that if veterans were running the country, this would be their agenda. For more, let me bring in Congressman Jim Clyburn of South Carolina. Congressman, good to have you with us tonight. I appreciate your time.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
What would you say to President Obama when the I word continues to come up? Are they telling the president right now, get in line or else? How do you interpret all the chatter?
Let me first say thank you to all those men and women who serve this country so gallantly and valiantly. I just left a program honoring Navy veterans, started out the morning at a veterans parade, and so I want to say thank you to all of them. Now, as for your question, let me tell you, I have been saying for several weeks now, long before the election, that if they maintain their majority in the House and got a significant majority in the Senate, there will be some reason found to introduce an impeachment resolution. These Republicans have decided that this president must have an asterisk by his name when he leaves office, irrespective of whether or not he gets convicted. It is their plan to introduce an impeachment resolution, and they do have the 218 votes to pass it, because that will keep the country focused on foolishness rather than on what we need to do in order to move an agenda forward. You know full well you will not get two-thirds votes in the Senate to convict, so why are we going through this whole charade? It is to put an asterisk next to this first African-American president in the history of the country, put an asterisk next to his name when the history books are written.
And do you think that the immigration and executive move on that is going to be the catapult to that?
That's exactly what I think. I know Joe Biden. Joe Biden wasn't speaking through the top of his head. They know that that is an issue that the president feels very strongly about. They are not going to do anything themselves on immigration for two reasons. Number one, they cannot find the kind of unanimity within their caucus or their conference to do that. And so, number two, they believe that the president is so committed to this issue that he will, in fact, proffer an executive order to get it done, and that will be the peg upon which they will hang an impeachment resolution.